And what's good, everybody? Welcome in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball as we go live once again here in this game, play-by-play for another matchup tonight. Part of a doubleheader here. Florida hosting number 6 ranked Tennessee in the first game. After this one, it will be Duke versus Pittsburgh as we welcome you guys back out to the stream here tonight in Behind the Arc Basketball. Let's see who we got going on in the chat. Vegas here, Behind the Arc fan. Welcome in here as we get the Mod Squad back in. Big Ben's back in here as well. Mr. Doman, welcome to the stream once again, bud. Frankie, Ryan, Armando. Glad to have each and every single one of you back out here as well. Rooster going for Florida plus 8.5 in this one. Florida on their home court. We'll see if they can turn it around. This Gators team, they are playing desperate tonight. 6-4, 3-3 in the SEC for Florida, and they really need a win here to get themselves in bracket contention. Right now, they are sitting right in the thick of things as far as being on the bubble for Florida. This win can help them out with their NCAA tournament chances, though, with this game tonight going up against the number 3 defense in all college basketball this season, Tennessee, allowing their opponents just over 57 points per game. I feel like this one could be like a hard-fought battle tonight here with these two teams. Possibly low-scoring type of matchup, grinded-out type of game. And that's what we could very well see today. We'll see as we get ready to tip this one off in just a moment. Before we start off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here, and we're going to get rolling in just a couple moments. Ryan's got Tennessee, 78-67. Vegas slumped during the stream last night. That was a great one. Baylor, Kansas, the 3 balls were raining last night for that game. As this game gets tipped off, Tennessee going to go right to left on the court as Tennessee controls the opening tip. Tennessee orange jerseys, white numbers, and white letters. Florida in the white uniforms for this one as Tennessee has the basketball, floats it up. Good for 2. Right off the bat right there, John Fulkerson able to hit it. Vols on the board with a quick 2. First possession now, Florida. Gators have the basketball at the right elbow. Bounce pass off the cut. Good luck there. Trey Mann able to get it up and in for 2. Going to have a lot of that for Florida if they want to make this a competitive game today. Landon, welcome to the stream here, bud. Yes, I saw the update. Joe Leonardi got his updated bracket. Tennessee. Pass off the cut. No good. Block from behind there by Trey Mann of the Gators. And Florida now has the ball. They'll take it past the half-court logo. Florida top of the key. Noah Locke. Moves it over left wing to Trey Mann. Mann swings it back out to the top here to DeRugi. Back outside. Open 3. They'll take it. Off the mark. No good. Missed it by Appleby. He had a great game in the last one against Mississippi State. Almost completed the comeback, but couldn't get it, though, as Florida lost last game against Mississippi State 72-69. Behind the Arc fans going out for the Gators W today. Yes, Baylor won yesterday. Crusher for the people who had Baylor as 8.5-point favorites on the line. Kansas hit a 3-point shot with no time remaining when they were down by 11, and Baylor won. It was 77-69. So big rip yesterday to all the people who had Baylor 8.5-point favorites for Baylor to cover the spread. It was looking good until the final just random 3-point shot that Kansas just heaved up right in front of the half-court logo, and they banked it. It was good. 18:59 left to go. Inbound coming up Florida. I'm actually going to take an upset. So I feel like a lot of these games lately, it's been like the team that wins is the more desperate team. In Florida, they need to play with desperation tonight if they want to get themselves back in bracket contention to be a part of the NCAA tournament. So I'm going to take an upset here. I'm actually going to take Florida in this game. Floater, no good off the mark. Rebound, Tennessee. Gators have struggled with the rebounds. Minus 21 in the last game, but Tennessee hasn't been a strong rebounding team either this season. At the left corner, ball tapped out of bounds by Florida. Clock will stop with 18:35. What's good, Ethan? Welcome to the stream, man. He's currently making graphics right now for his mock draft video. Best of luck to you, bud, with that. Still here. No problem that you won't be in the chat here. But he's got Florida in the upset tonight as well by 2. Big game for Florida. Tennessee now with the basketball. Vescovi moves it out to the right corner perimeter. Eves Pons dribbles now inside and floats it up, no good. Hit the front rim. It's going to get rebound by the Gators here. 18:20 left to go. Florida ball, Trey Mann. Dribbles, left baseline. Floats it up. Good for 2 by Trey Mann. They're going to have a big game from him if Florida wants to pull out the W. Aaron, welcome to the stream. He had Baylor. He got Baylor yesterday on the line by 7. That's too funny. So he just snuck it by. And Ethan also got Pitt, so both upsets. Hey, we got a dono here, my man Jason. Appreciate it. I saw your comment right before the start of the stream. Absolute legend to my man Jason. Really appreciate it, bud. And that pillow that my girlfriend had made, I remember it was all the way back in the NBA Finals. We were talking about the Kentucky pillow. My girlfriend actually sent Jason over a pillow in the mail just after Christmas, and it came in earlier today. So glad you enjoyed the pillow, bud. 4-2 the score. Florida turned it over at the corner perimeter. Ball will go back over to Tennessee. What's good, Bradley? Welcome to stream, bud. We got 17:43 left to go. Eves Pons. And yeah, definitely gonna tell her. Thanks for sure. I'll tell her that. 17:40 left to go. Tennessee now with the ball. At the top. Vescovi moves it out to Pons. Feeds it inside. Back over inside. Jumper no good off the mark by Pons, but they're going to reset the shot clock. Ball tip stolen away here by Florida. Wow, what an urgent steal. Lays it up and in for two by Appleby. That's good. 6-2 Florida right out of the gate. Should Virginia Tech be a 5 seed? I would say yes right now for Virginia Tech. So you had him as a 7. Yeah, that's way too low. He had him as a 7. 17 minutes left to go. Tennessee at the right wing perimeter. Moves it out. Deflected out of bounds by Florida. Clock will stop with 17 even. Hey, what's good, Louise? Welcome to the stream, bud. Okay, yeah, I can, You know what I can do, because I'm thinking about creating an email for the channel here. I'm gonna create like an email probably around this weekend or so, a separate Behind the Arc basketball email, and then you can just email me over it privately. That could probably work. Because I've yet to upload a Behind the Arc basketball email, so I plan on doing one like probably this weekend when I have the chance. I can do that. Yeah, the bad loss against Penn State, because Penn State's at the very bottom right now of the Big Ten. He does throughout the remainder of the season. Florida missed the layup inside. Push it back outside. Clock will stop, though. And it's 6-2. So 16 and a half left to go. Florida now with the ball off the inbounds. They have it around the perimeter. Now they'll drive. Free throw circle back outside for the Gators. Floats it up over the top. Couldn't put it home, though, with an alley-oop, but gets the offensive rebound right back. All right, I'll make sure I take a note of that right there. So yeah, I got that, Jason, all set, bud. Florida gets the inbound now. They have it at the right elbow. Appleby, too much dribbling. Strip, pickpocketed. Ball gets stolen away by Tennessee. Foles will have it at the top. Vescovi moves it out right wing. They'll take a 3, and no good. Rattled out, tipped around. Rebound Gators underneath. 16 minutes left to go. Florida up by 4. Drives inside, floats it up. And it's going to be contact and a foul. Picked up here will be an offensive foul by Trey Mann. So the ball went into the bucket, but it's going to be an offensive foul. And the ball goes right back over to Tennessee. A really slow game so far as this one. We're going to go into the first timeout. Yeah, the fan's located like below the computer or so. So like whenever I load up like more tabs from time to time, and this is a new computer I got last year too. So we're gonna go into timeout. It'll chill after a little bit. It's probably because I've got the CPU on for streaming, and then it will load up more tabs. What I think about Villanova versus Seton Hall. I'm going to still take Villanova, even though they haven't played in like a long time. So I don't know what to expect for Villanova, but I think they can come out of it with a W tonight. Hey, what's good, Ian? Welcome on the stream here, bud. Once again, Jeremy Lin signed with the G League with his Santa Cruz Warriors. That's awesome, bud. That's the first time I've actually heard of it right now. So just very low scoring game right out of the bat here. Tennessee 1 for 6 shooting from the floor. Scoreboard update for a couple of quick updates here. Missouri looking good up against South Carolina 13-4. Number 7 ranked Michigan leading Maryland right off the bat 11-3. And then Butler up against DePaul 5-2. Miami looking good against Syracuse 9-2. I would if there's a live betting total for that one, I believe Miami's a 5-point underdog last time I checked. I would jump on Miami for that game. They're on the road at Syracuse. Miami's dealing with injuries, but Miami just beat Louisville in their last game. And Syracuse has been really struggling, so I think Miami's got a great chance to pull off another one on the road, trying to make a run here for the tournament for Miami. Because if this team gets healthy, they could possibly be a top 30 team and do some damage. USC looking good up against Oregon State, quick 8-2 there for the Trojans, as they have been on a roll as of late here for USC as well. That game's on ESPN tonight. So Duke Pitt it's on the same channel as Florida Tennessee. So that one's on ESPN. Oklahoma leading Kansas State 28-22. Yeah, there's another really good game on later today. That's Alabama LSU. So 2 good games going on. 9 o'clock time slot. Alabama LSU is on ESPN2. And Duke Pittsburgh on ESPN. $850 million jackpot tonight. Oh boy. Fingers crossed for that one. Hey, what's good, Red Sox fan? Welcome to the stream here, man. Kevin, welcome to the stream once again, bud. Super duper nervous for tonight's game, but he is excited as well. Glad to hear that, man. Oh, huge game for Pitt to see if they can keep on moving in the correct direction towards the bracket. So yeah, Pitt got left out of the bracket, and they had Marquette in there. Into the bracket. I think Marquette's 8-6. They barely got by St. John's on Saturday. We get back to action, 6-2 to score. It's going to be Tennessee basketball. They dribble past half court. Top of the key, Vescovi moves it over to Anosicki. Anosicki passes right wing perimeter over to Victor Bailey. Right baseline, moves it back outside. Vescovi takes a 3, and he's got it. It's a 1-point game now, so after the timeout, Tennessee hits the triple with Vescovi. If you guys are new out here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball and behind your basketball Gators. Now the ball, left elbow, flings it back over to the right corner, catch and shoot 3. They take it, not even close off the side of the backboard. Miss 3-point shot right there by the Gators, and it gets rebounded by Tennessee. Vols will now have it. Right corner 3. They'll take another one off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. Anosicki passes back over Vescovi. Takes a left wing 3. No good. On the ground with the ball, though. Jordan James gets a big block underneath there by the Gators. And Florida going to have the basketball right back, pushing tempo. Spin move. Drive inside. Contact in the fall. And it's going to send Quaze Glover to the line shooting 2. So Aaron's got Alabama out there in the line tonight against LSU. It looks like that should be a really good game as well. In 7 to 6 days, I know, man, I could not believe that. That was January 26th of 2020, just a terrible day. It legit felt like the world stopped. I remember it was on a Sunday too. I cannot believe they play those NBA games that day. Besides the Lakers game that was supposed to take place that night, the rest of the games, I cannot believe that they play those games on that day. Yeah, I've been noticing that, Jason, as of late. So yeah, they've been getting away with it. A lot of the ESPN games, they've been getting away with it. If there's a game on like Fox or Fox Sports 1, sometimes Fox will shut down those streams, I've seen. Florida 1 for 2, that trip at the line, 7 to 5 to score. Tennessee drives, missed the layup, no good, rebound Florida. Gators now with the ball. Under 15 left to go. Glover, deep 2 from the Gators. G, got it. That's good. 9-5 Florida with 14:45 left remaining. Tennessee dribbles the ball as there's contact here on the ground. Clock will stop with 14:43. Yes, Seton Hall, Villanova. That should be a great game tonight. A lot of great games going down tonight. Colorado State is in a late game. That means like a ton tonight. So we'll see if Colorado State is legit tonight. The Mountain West, they have 4 pretty good teams. That's going to get sorted out through the coming weeks. Tennessee gets the inbound, 14:35 left to go. Vols with the ball at the top. Moves it over left wing. Josiah Jordan James passes left baseline to Fulkerson. Back outside once again into the hands here of Bailey. Bailey turns it over. Now Florida has it on the ground, and the ball is still on the ground here at half court. Tennessee dribbles as they had it in their side of the court, took it to the past the half court marker the other way. The clock will stop with 14:19. Was it? That should be backcourt Tennessee. It should be Florida ball. Hey Christian, welcome to the stream, man. So as a Cardinals fan, he wants Florida to win this game. Who am I taking in this game? I'm going to take Florida with an upset. So I'm going to take Florida this game in an upset, 9-5 to score. And my prediction here, I've got Florida 66-64. So Florida by 2, very tight game. Low scoring game. 14:15 remaining, inbounds by Florida. So it was Tennessee backcourt violation. Florida shuffles it underneath. Back outside into the hands of Trey Mann. Pass over to Locke. Shot fake. Moves it over to Mann at the left wing. Mann double teamed. Trey Mann able to get around one defender, drives inside. Mann missed the layup though, hit the bottom right part of the backboard. Offensive rebound keeps it alive by Florida. Bounce pass underneath, watch out, cut to the bucket, good for 2. Anthony DeRuggi out of all of that, able to put it through there for 2 for Florida. Gators by 6. Yeah, Colorado State, Utah State, that's gonna be telling that matchup. Today, and they take on each other. I think it's on Thursday. They take on each other. Okay, so they got back-to-back games there, Colorado State, Utah State. Behind the Eric fan also got a tight one, 70-68 Florida. Tennessee at number 6, I feel like this team, just like Creighton yesterday, how I was talking about Creighton, this team is vulnerable as well, just put way too high. And what does Tennessee have to prove right now? That's the thing. The only thing they have to prove is that they can sneak into the top 5, but they're going to have to do that pending a loss by Villanova or Iowa or Texas this week. Whereas Florida, they got more to prove in this matchup. Florida, they're just around the bubble on the outside looking in. Florida's trying to get back into the bracket here, so they got a ton to prove. So I feel like Florida's going to be the more desperate team today. So, yeah, some of these teams right now I feel like a little bit higher. Tennessee at 6, Creighton still at 11, I feel like, as well. 13:20 left to go, and overtime, we'll see about West Virginia also. They had a great comeback against Oklahoma State, but if they don't play the full game the next time another team just sleeps throughout the last 10 minutes, then it's going to be much more difficult. Tennessee misses the 3, they get the offensive rebound, that's good for 2 up and in. Do I think Florida State's legit? Yes. I do think so. That team could go deep in the tournament. They got a deep roster, too. I think they got, like, 9 players averaging, like, 12-plus minutes per game for Florida State. As Florida scores, that's good for 2 up and in off the backboard. 13-7 to score. I think Florida State, they have turned a corner. And they are absolutely lethal. They could be a giant killer in the tournament because if they keep on hitting free throws like they have, then it's going to be a tough out for Florida State, because I saw yesterday the graphic. Florida State was, I think, like 45 or 47 during their last 3 games combined at the free throw line. That's phenomenal. Predictions for Duke Pitt for that one. So Jason going to take Duke 75-70. I'm going to take Duke as well. Very tight game in that one. Florida no good in the key. Rebound Tennessee 75-74. Duke by 1. I've got. I feel like Duke, now since they're out of the top 25, they got something to prove tonight. This week, a lot of teams really got to prove because we're just basically eliminating teams like week by week or so. Oh, who's going to the tournament, who's out. Tennessee moves it around the perimeter. Bailey, pass over to the left corner. Pons back outside to Bailey. Bailey with 2 on the shot clock. Jacks up a deep 3, no good. Hit the front rim. Rebound back to Florida. As there's contact in the shot, though. Victor Bailey went down as the shot clock expired. Clock will stop with 12:10. Don't like my Kentucky pillow right now, Jason puts out. Love my pillow. Appreciate it, man. We got another dono from my man Jason. Absolute legend here. You're the man, brother. Yeah, Creighton should be below Texas Tech. I agree with that. Creighton was without their top star, Marcus Zagorowski, in their last game when they lost against Butler. But still, without their top player, they should have been able to get it done in that game. So this is 3 free throws. There was a terrible foul committed by Florida as the shot clock winded all the way down to 0. So 3 free throws coming up. First one a miss by Bailey. Second one is good at the line by Victor Bailey. What did I think about Warriors-Lakers game if I watched it? I watched it all the way to the 3rd quarter. But so Golden State, I saw the box score this morning when I woke up because I wasn't sure how the 4th quarter went. But when I woke up today, I was like, whoa, like Golden State came back. They were down by like a ton of points, like double digits around halftime, and they made a massive comeback in the second half. 13-8 to score, 11:50 left to go. As Tennessee went 1 for 3 that trip at the line. Florida floats it up, block shot gets blocked by Pons, goes out of bounds. Ooh, predictions for Louisville-Duke on Saturday. I'm probably going to have to see how this Duke game goes. So this is going to be telling because I haven't seen Duke I haven't watched Duke in a long time. That's the thing. I just can't imagine Louisville losing 3 in a row, though. That's the thing. So I'm going to go with the Cards again. Because I feel like that wasn't even close to their best game. And Florida State's dangerous. So 13-8 to score. We're going to go in the timeout once again here. Florida looking good so far. Yes, Jalen Johnson's supposed to be back tonight. So that's huge for Duke. Steph's 3 to ice the game for Golden State. That was amazing right there. So right now we're just on the timeout in this one. Tennessee just from the floor. They've been cold so far. 3 for 13. This is the second time I've covered Tennessee, and once again, they're just struggling in this game. Florida has a ton to prove tonight out in this matchup. Looking good for the Gators. 6 for 14 shooting, 50%, pushing tempo 2. Trey Mann. He's going to have to be the one that puts his team right on his back tonight here. 6 points out of the 13 for Trey Mann so far. And then for Tennessee, leading scorer, 4 points by John Fulkerson. None so far by Keon Johnson, Josiah Jordan-James, or Yves Pons for Tennessee. As all 3 of those players, starters for Tennessee, combining right now to shoot the ball 0 for 4 in this game to start out. So we have 11:48 left to go first half. And we are almost halfway through the first half with Tennessee got 8 points, Florida with 13. Very, very low scoring game. We take a look, scoreboard update, college hoops. Right now, Michigan out on a roll. Bounce back game for them, no problem. Against Maryland, 22-7, Michigan leads. Missouri looking good up against South Carolina, 22-13. USC, they led it 10-2. Early lead against Oregon State. Oregon State coming back 11-10. USC leads it. Butler over DePaul, 14-8. 14-14, Miami and Syracuse all tied up. And we got any others here. Just taking a look. No other major conference games until Penn State, Illinois tips off at 8:30. So those are all the major conference games, power conference games currently going. Hey, what's good? I don't know anymore. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all is going well. Oklahoma actually taking on Kansas State. Oklahoma leads at 32-24 at halftime. And yeah, these are the earlier games, 6:30 games that tipped off before this game started. Number 15 ranked Ohio State looking good up against Purdue 37-30. That's what we got right now in this timeout. Yep, Michigan smashing Maryland right now. All right, yeah, I'll have Sharice do that. So yeah, I'll have my girlfriend's email or hit you up on IG there, cause I actually don't have IG, but she does. So I'll send her the information there, bud. Yeah, Kentucky already has 2 losses in conference play. Danger spot of missing the tournament. I agree. That loss to Auburn on Saturday, that was crucial. They gotta win out the remaining part of their schedule, or they're gonna have to win the SEC tournament. So we get right back into action right now. Left corner jumper to baseline, no good by Florida. Picked up by Tennessee, and the shot clock was down anyway to 0. So shot clock violation, Florida. Tennessee will get the ball right back. Tennessee takes it past half court. They move it over to the right wing, back out to Pond, shot fake, as he has it top of the key over to the right wing once again for Tennessee. Vols will take a right baseline jumper. That's good for 2 by Yves Pons. So 10-point game. Tennessee now with double digits on the board. Florida moves it over, left corner 3. They'll take it. It's off the mark, no good. They do get an offensive rebound, puts it back, good for 2. Up and in off the backboard there by the Gators, extending it to a 5-point lead. Omar Payne with a putback. Vols now with the ball. Left wing perimeter, back out to the top, into the hands of Fulkerson. Jordan James at the right elbow moves it back around the perimeter here. Yep, winning you're in that SEC title game. Automatic qualifier ever gets that. Nice perimeter ball feed. Left corner, Yves Pons sinks it from behind the arc. So Tennessee able to get a triple there. And it's a 2-point game now with 10:20 left to go first half. Approaching the halfway point here first half. Florida jumper inside. That's good for 2. Tennessee now with the ball again, double teamed. Vescovi, they'll move it over. Right corner, shot fake. Back outside of Vescovi. Deep 3, he'll dial it up. That's an air ball, no good. Last touched out of bounds, and Florida thought it was out of bounds by Tennessee. I thought it was out of bounds by number 5, Jordan James, but no, it's going to be rolled out of bounds by Florida as the clock will stop. Let's see here. I'll take a look at the upcoming schedule and see. So Tennessee's going to get the inbound. They move it over to Pons once again. Takes a 3, hit the rim short, goes out of bounds. Tennessee just cold so far. Not really a perimeter shooting threat. This team's a defensive type of team, but this team reminds me of Virginia from 2018. Like, they just can't shoot the ball lights out. The second time I've seen them so far this season, 5 for 17 from the floor. And Florida's not really like a great defensive team either. Gators with the ball. Dribble to the right elbow. Shot fake. Moves it back to the right corner. Appleby. Right baseline dribble underneath. Dishes out left corner. Open 3. They'll take it. And no good off the mark. Missed shot. There's a rebounding fall though from behind. Picked up by Tennessee by Pons. And the clock will stop with 9:26. Same guy is showing the game again, streaming 3 games at once. Yep, classic guy right there. On Saturday, I plan on doing 2 games that will be on Fox, by the way. So these games are on ESPN, but Fox usually shuts down those people's streams, I've been noticing. So on Saturday, there's going to be a 3rd game most likely thrown in there. But as of now, I plan on doing Providence versus Villanova at noontime. Or no, Providence versus Villanova is at 2:30, I think, and then Creighton versus UConn. That game got moved down. It was supposed to be at 2:30. It got moved down to noontime. So, because I remember I did Providence versus Xavier a couple weeks ago, and nobody else was streaming that game because it was on Fox. Fox immediately takes action and they shut down the person's stream because I've seen it done before. If they take copyrighted content over from Fox. Florida got fouled. First free throw coming up at the line. Missed it. at the free throw line by Appleby. What's good, Ty? Welcome on the stream, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you, when we get to the timeout, Christian, I'll give you I'm gonna take a look at Louisville's schedule, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking about, like, for the remaining part of their schedule. Second free throw good at the line there by Appleby. Florida, pretty good free throw shooting team this season, but struggling in this game, only 2 for 4 at the line. Tennessee around the perimeter. Lucky they didn't lose that. Devontae Gaines now with the ball at the top. Moves at free throw circle. Back underneath Jordan James. As he is guarded. Missed a reverse hand. A layup tipped around. No good offensive rebounds. Tapped and a foul picked up by Florida. And the key here. Clock will stop on 9 minutes. If you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Hit me up who you guys got in this one, Tennessee or Florida. No problem, Ty. I'll keep on updating you guys with other score games here. Yep, Missouri going on right now. Missouri looking good up against South Carolina, 25-17. Michigan pounding Maryland, 26-14. First free throw, good at the line by Tennessee. Second free throw coming up, Tennessee missed it. Off the mark, no good there by Gaines. Rebound back to Florida. Gators will take it past half court. At the right wing, moves it over right corner perimeter. Noah Locke with it, guarded by Vescovi. As they will turn the corner dribbles at the free throw circle, back outside into the hands of Lane. He'll pass it to the top here to Locke. Locke will take a 3, hit the rim short, no good. Offensive rebound underneath, and Florida will control it. Locke gets it back at the edge of the Gators logo. Florida sets it up, 8:30 left to go. Tyree Appleby dribbles now. Drives, right baseline. Fadeaway, no good. Tipped up in the air. Florida with another offensive rebound. Back outside, they dish it out. They'll take an open 3. They got it. Noah Locke, top of the key, hits it down. 21-14 the score. 8:10 left to go. Tennessee struggling on all ends here of what they're trying to do offensively. They just cannot get a shot down. Tennessee at the top. Bailey moves it over. Wide open 3. Vescovi misses it. Oh, man, if you're Baylor, that's an automatic 3 right there, but not for the number 6 team, Tennessee. A rebound by Florida. Gators have it at the top of the key. Moves it over to the left wing perimeter. Gators have a chance to go up by 10. Back outside. Shuffles the ball right baseline. Floats it up. Good for 2. Noah Locke. The passing here. Much better tonight for the Gators. They got something to prove. Chris, welcome to the stream. Tennessee first half. Favorites by 4 in the line. Not looking good. No, not at all. They're just on a scoring drought. I saw this team against Alabama, and I was just not keyed in on this team here for Tennessee. If they keep on playing like this, I think they could be an early exit in the tournament. Tennessee drives to the bucket. No good. There was contact, though, and a foul as the clock will stop with 7:16 left to go. Jeez. Man. 25% from the floor. They are just stone cold once again. I remember when they covered a game against Alabama, their shots couldn't go down. And they're just not attacking inside. They're going for low percentage shots, deep shots, and just hasn't been able to set them down and struggling from 3-point range. So yeah, what Tennessee's been known for this season is their defense. And they've given up 23 today against Florida, but the offense has got to do something, and it's just stalled out. 14 points, that's it. Is Luka Garza still favored to win Naismith Player of the Year? Yes. Luka Garza right now still the top favorite. So we're going to go on another timeout. Gators. They got something to prove here for Florida tonight. Trying to get right back in the tournament picture. Yeah, Vegas wonders when James Bouknight will return. Same with me, man. UConn really needs him. Hey, what's good up, Juice Juice? Yeah, man. Cannot believe it's crazy. Almost 2 years ago since our last March Madness. Insane, man, where the time just flies by. Alright, so taking a look here, I had a question before. It was by Christian earlier in the stream here. It was about Louisville's schedule. Where do I see them, or what do I see them finishing with their record so far? So this game against Duke on Saturday, I feel like that one could go either way there. Since Louisville's at home, they've lost 2 in a row. I'm gonna take the Cards there in that one. So I think they can bounce back. So that's 1-0 in a tight game. 2-0. They should be able to beat Boston College. If not, that game is at home. That is a major problem. Third game. They get Syracuse on February 3rd. They get Syracuse twice, actually. I'm going to toss it up. Syracuse is desperate. They need a couple opportunities to get back into the tournament picture. I feel like they're going to miss out right now. They're not looking so hot, but they do need wins against teams above them. And I'm going to say Syracuse will steal that game. That one's at Syracuse in the 3rd. And then at Virginia, I'm going to say loss there as well for Louisville. Virginia looking really good this season as a late. In control of the conference. February 16th against Pittsburgh. Another game either way. Louisville's at home, so I'll take the Cards in that one. So 3-2 at Virginia Tech. Tight game. They already beat Virginia Tech at home by 2. I think they'll split the series 3-3. Versus Syracuse. Second time I think they get Syracuse 4-3 at UNC. Either way, that game can go there against UNC. Honestly. Oof. Really, that's gonna be a toss-up. Very so will. I'll take a Cardinals win there against UNC. So that will put them 5-3. Notre Dame, that should be a W 6-3 at Duke the second time around. I think Duke's going to be much improved by the 27th of February. I think Duke will get that one. So that's 7-4 at Clemson. I feel like Clemson's going to be stalling out. I feel like, and they could possibly miss the NCAA tournament if they keep on playing poor down the road. So I got another win there for the Cards. So that would be 8-4, and then 8-5 to close it up throughout the remaining part of the season, because they take on Virginia. So that would put them at 17. Ooh boy, yeah, that would put them at 17-8. It looks like before heading into the ACC tournaments. So yeah, that's where I probably predicted them to be, like around like a 9 or a 10 seed or so. Because I remember opening game, I said, wow, wouldn't that be just an amazing matchup once again in the tournament? Louisville against Seton Hall. And it could possibly happen in the tournament once again as a potential matchup there, like a 9 versus 8 or so if they both trend in that direction. 23-14 the score, 6:50 left to go as we're back into this game. Florida now with the basketball, right baseline dribble, passes underneath, shot fake. They'll put it up mid-range, good for 2. But the Gators up by 11. Alabama, LSU. Who am I taking out in that one? Oh boy, I'm gonna go LSU tonight with an upset. Even though Alabama's been on the roll lately, I'm just gonna go with LSU tonight with an upset here to make things crazy. There's been so many upsets going down. Even though Alabama looks unstoppable, I know they're dealing with injuries. That's the thing, but I think Alabama's got some serious potential in March. Right now, they're dealing with quite a bit of injuries on their team, though. But they got multiple scores. They got 4 players that's averaging like over 12 points per game this year for the Crimson Tide. Hey, what's good, Warren? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, Christian puts out, that's exactly like Virginia last season. They were great defensively, not good offensively. And then in the last game, they scored 85 against Clemson. So that's really concerning for Clemson, because I think Virginia gets so much better through coaching. 3-point shot, Tennessee off the mark, missed it, tipped up in the air to get the offensive rebounds. Fulkerson keeps it alive. Back out on top here for the Vols into the hands of Keon Johnson. They just don't have like a big-time score on this Tennessee team. This team is all defense, and if their defense staggers and they can't hit a shot, then it's going to be rough. I feel like this Tennessee team is giving me shades of that 2018 Virginia team all over again. Anosicki got the offensive rebounds, and Florida picks up a personal here. Clock will stop with 6 minutes. Hey, Zach Baller, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I feel like they were just put way too high at number 6 as well. I think Creighton, too, is still high at number 11. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome back in here. What game am I streaming later? I'm taking Duke versus Pitt later. So 6 minutes left to go. Yeah, LSU now, they got something to prove. So LSU wants to prove that they want to be another addition to the top 25. So that's what LSU is proving. So I feel like the teams lately that's winning games, they got something to prove. Hey, it wouldn't shock me if Providence wins at least one game this week. Because if they lose both of their games, they got the toughest schedule, by the way, all this week out of any team in college basketball. Providence taking on Creighton tomorrow, taking on Villanova on Saturday. I'll be covering that game, I believe. I think they moved it. It was supposed to be an 8 o'clock game, but they moved it over to Fox at 2:30, I think. I'm gonna double check that. Because there's a doubleheader for the Big East. with UConn Creighton on Saturday, and then Providence versus Villanova. I'm gonna double check that and make sure, because right now they still have on Google at 8 o'clock, but they have on the updated Providence schedule. They put it for 2:30, I think, on Saturday. Yeah, so 2:30 p.m. That game's over on Fox. Providence versus Villanova. Providence needs to take at least one of those to put themselves back into the bracket contention. What's good, Brayton? Welcome to the stream here. And that's exactly what Florida is doing right now, putting themselves right into the bracket contention. And LSU, just like Florida State from yesterday, Florida State, they were just like, hey, I've had enough with this. We're gonna get ourselves right back into the top 25, and that's what Florida State is going to do. They're going to be a top 25 team come Monday. All they have to do is knock out Clemson. Bye-bye Clemson. Florida State goes in. Alright, so this game moving by slow. 5:57 left to go. Free throws coming up at the line by Tennessee. First one good. It's a 10-point game. Florida, no receiving votes this week outside the top 25. LSU, in a big game tonight against Alabama, LSU received 20 votes. So 26, 27, 28. Florida State was 29. Louisville was 26 in the receiving votes. Duke is 31. Drake is 32, and LSU is 33. So LSU is 33 receiving votes. Second free throw, good at the line by Tennessee. 26-15. 5:50 left to go. Florida, dribble, stop and pop, jumper, mid-range, got it. Give them all the space in the world for Quiz Glover, knocks it down. 11-point Gators lead. They were a minus 21 on the boards in their last loss back on Saturday. Lost by 3 against Mississippi State. What a difference a game makes tonight. Plus 7, 20-13 on the boards for Florida. And this is not a great rebounding team. Florida came into this game number 11 in the SEC in rebounds. Tennessee came into this game number 13 in the SEC in rebounds. That has been an Achilles heel all this season for Tennessee, has been rebounding. Tennessee got fouled, so they're going to go to line shoot too. And both of Louisville's losses to Miami and FSU, what do I think they need to work on more? 3-point shooting. That's a big thing there. 3-point shooting and also guarding the perimeter as well. Florida State's lethal from the outside. If Louisville can develop knockdown shooters, like if David Johnson can find his rhythm, and if Carly Jones can keep on contributing and having big games, then they're gonna be on a roll for Louisville. But David Johnson, he had a much better game, but they're gonna need more team help. That's the thing. 5:25 left to go. Tennessee at the free throw line, 1 for 2 that trip. Florida had the ball, but the ref's gonna call a whistle here, say that they double dribbled with it. So turnover Florida, Tennessee will have it back. If you guys are new on the stream, I cover play-by-play basketball games. Spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Hit me up in the chat who you guys got in this one. If you're taking Tennessee, if you're taking Florida, hit me up down in that chat as well. Tennessee gets the inbound, 5:20 remaining before half. Vols move it over at the left wing into the hands of Jordan James. Passes over to the top of the key into the hands of Johnson. Back underneath Fulkerson. Shovels it out left corner. Wide open 3. Tennessee got it. So they just made their first 3-point shot out of their last 9 attempts from the floor. It's a 7-point game. Florida with 5 minutes left to go before half. They'll slow it down. Gators dribble at the top of the key with Glover. He is guarded by Fulkerson. Back out to the left wing. Payne will set the pick. Dribbles towards the top, though, is Locke. Locke jumper takes it mid-range off the mark. Offensive rebound, Payne. Passes back outside as he saves it. New shot clock into the hands of Glover. Top of the key 3 off the mark. No good. Tipped up. Another offensive rebound by Omar Payne. It got it blocked. They'll get it back around. 3-point shot gets blocked. Fight for the rebound. Tennessee has it out of all of that. 4:30 left to go. So Florida with 4 shots. They took that possession. They did not get any points on the board. Here's the Vols now with the basketball. Victor Bailey moves it over to the left wing into the hands of Jordan James. Dribbles free throw circle. Back outside. Bailey to the left wing. Once again, it's in the hands of Bailey off the pass by Jordan James. Bailey dribbles. Left baseline fade away. No good off the back iron. Went out of the court right there over the backboard and on the bounds. So 4:06 left to go here. This game just cold shooting from the floor for both of these teams. Yeah, I heard about that, Bradley. Man, so that's incredible what the Bills fans did right there. Total respect about that. Donating, they've got 435,000 right now for Lamar, man. That's incredible. Definitely, man. Well deserved for Buffalo. I think they deserve everybody to cheer for them now. That's awesome. Yeah, I do mainly college hoops and NBA. Sometimes they do special live streams, but they never covered an MLB game. That was my main sport growing up. As Florida pro hop inside, they get stripped of the ball, goes out of bounds. But yeah, I've never called baseball yet. That was my main sport when I used to play all the way through high school baseball. But it's just become slow. Just watching it. I haven't watched like too much baseball like lately. When in the past couple of years, because the pace of the game, that's been the thing. It's got really slow. Yep, Jason got his pillow today, so that's all that matters there. 27-20 the score. Right now, we're going to head over to another timeout. Yeah, this stream peaked at over 4,600 viewers. That was back in the NBA Finals, over 2,000 likes, and we took it off slow mode when we hit the 2,000 like mark of the NBA Finals. That was ridiculous. Those streams were ridiculous. What we were ripping through back in like October, that was crazy. I've never seen anything in my life. Like, only imagine, if you guys have been on my channel since I started streaming college, only imagine this chat just going by zoop. Like, the chat was ridiculous. I had it on like a 20-second slow mode at one point. It was insane. Yeah, that's good for Arkansas baseball right there. Always a top 10 team. That's great, man. Yes, Stanford versus USC. That should be a great game there, Vegas. USC's on a roll right now. I'm gonna go with Stanford though in the upset in that game, cause Stanford, once again, what I've been talking about is teams that need to prove something, and USC, they're looking like they could be in the tournament right now, but Stanford, Stanford really needs to start picking up victories if they want to make it into the tournament. And if they're going to miss the tournament, that's too bad, because the NBA scouts won't be seeing Zaire Williams play in the tournament, which is just unfortunate. This tournament all about raising your draft stock. And how incredible would that be to see Zaire Williams play for Stanford in the tournament? I predicted Stanford would be a borderline bubble team, but they'll probably sneak in the playing round. It all depends who gets there in the playing round. If Providence goes 1-for-1 this week, Providence could very well put themselves in the playing round against a team like Stanford or a team like Oklahoma. If Providence goes 0-for-2 this week, then it's not looking good. They're done, and most likely it's going to be Marquette in the playing round. I'm thinking about, or a team like Miami. So, yeah, like a team like Miami, Marquette in the playing round up against a team like Stanford or Oklahoma right now, I'm feeling like. Do you think there'll be a season where Chris Mack leads Louisville to the Final Four? Possibly. Only time will tell, I guess. It all depends. It's a lot of the stuff like the future has to do with like recruiting and in transfers as well. If they pick up key transfers, that is huge, because Louisville got saved this year picking up Carlik Jones. He's been the best transfer in all college basketball this year as far as what he has accomplished for Jones. He has been the most effective transfer out of anybody who's a grad transfer. Who they got? So yeah, I just said Stanford in that one that I'm gonna be taking for the upset. I'm trying to take upsets lately, because when I take usually the favorite team, I'm always like, oh man, I'm surprised about this outcome. And today, not surprised at this at all, because I actually took Florida. Florida, even though they're 11th in the SEC in rebounding, they're still coming into this game better than Tennessee, who's 13th on the boards. Tennessee passes inside underneath Fulkerson, good for 2. USC is Southern California, so Los Angeles. 27-22. How do you become a member? It's over on, if you're on the computer or PC, Warren, it's over on the Join tab on the homepage for Behind the Arc Basketball. So just go over to my homepage. There's a Join Now tab, and then it should bring up the member thing. Florida pass inside the key. That's good for 2 by Amar Payne. 29-22 the score. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Tennessee now with the basketball. At the top, they move it over to the right wing perimeter. They've been out of sync offensively throughout this game. They feed it over inside. Dish underneath. Anosicki, good for 2. Good look. Finally, Tennessee able to get a good look right there, right underneath the hoop. That's something they had. Last time I watched them, they didn't do that enough against Alabama. Right baseline dribble. Oh, Florida with a whole lot of room. Missed the shot, though. No good off the back iron. Missed layup by Niles Lane. Rebound back to Tennessee. 2.5 left to go. Vols will set it up. Jordan James now with the ball. Yep, Jason will pick the opposite of whatever I say. Tennessee at the right wing perimeter. Jordan James feeds it over. Double team. As that is Fulkerson. Moves it back outside to the left wing to Bailey. Victor Bailey with 8 on the shot clock. They'll set the pick. Dribbles. Rolls out underneath Fulkerson. Takes the jumper. No good. He had Pons wide open. Or Anosicki wide open, actually. That should have been an easy 2. Instead, Florida goes in transition here. Passes left corner. Left baseline. Dribble. A lot of contact. Puts it up. Offensive foul. Hit the deck hard right there. Watch out. Bodies flying all over the place. Actually, they're going to give him the bucket. 1 second here. Refs pointed in Tennessee's direction. So that should be. Yeah, refs pointed in Tennessee's direction. Why did ESPN give him a 31? So 1 second here. Yeah, so yep, that's correct. 29-24. I was like, yo, something's tripping right now. So yeah, it was an offensive foul. So that is confirmed. Minute 50 left to go. Tennessee gets the inbound. DJ, what's good there, bud? Welcome onto the stream here, man. Hope all is going well. 1:40 left to go before halftime. Vols down by 5. They get the ball. Tennessee drives inside. Oh, what a rejection by Florida. That's going to be a massive block as Tennessee tried to throw down a slam dunk into the lane. And Florida had a massive block right there. And the ball, it appears to be, it's going to go back over, I believe, here to the Gators. We're going to see. We got a minute 35 left to go. Yes, Florida basketball. Gators will take a deep jumper. Got it. Good right there. At the left wing, and that's a 3-point shot from the outside by Florida, leading by 8. Minute 20 left to go. Tennessee driving. Good for 2. There's contact as well on the foul. So the Vols will go to the line coming up. Shoot the and one by Victor Bailey. Oh boy. Obtuse Juice still not over. Auburn losing to Virginia. Hey, what's good, Camarlin? Welcome to the stream here, bud. Man, Michigan turning it up today. I took a look at the score a little bit a while ago, but that's looking good for Michigan. Great bounce-back game for them. So Michigan looking good here, 42-25 up against Maryland at halftime. Missouri leading at halftime, 42-34 against South Carolina. This game's going by really slow. Yeah, Michigan bouncing back. 1:20 left to go. Fortnite Kid, welcome to the stream. We are Penn State. Free throw good for the hand one at the line there by Tennessee. 5-point game. Yeah, Ty happy about Missouri. They're looking good against South Carolina. South Carolina, I haven't got like a read into them this season because they've only played 6 games. Watch out, Florida. Lob over the top. Omar Payne shoves it down right there with an alley-oop flush. Florida by 7. 1 minute left to go before halftime. Vols now with the basketball. They move it over to the right elbow. Dribbles in the key. Jumper. And they'll take it off the back rim. No good. Rebound Payne. Gators will have it back. 45 seconds left to go. Passing over left wing perimeter. Back out to Niles Lane. He's open. He'll drive inside. Florida Pro Hop puts it up. Turn around. Got it. Nice look right there by Niles Lane, the freshman for the Gators as they extend it to a 9-point lead. 36-27. Tennessee, what has happened here for Tennessee? They came into this game top 30 in the nation in defending, shooting in general. They were number 3 defense in the fewest points allowed. And Tennessee they've got ripped here by Florida tonight. Florida 16 for 32 shooting from the floor at 50% even so far. Even though the Gators are only 2 for 10 from the perimeter. Man, they are proving something in this game that they want to be a part of the NCAA tournament. And they are playing like it right now. So we're going to go on a timeout. Gators have completely changed it. We'll see if they can keep it up after the timeout. Yeah, very good game going on right now. Hey, Daniel, welcome to the stream, bud. Glad to have you up on the stream here, man. If you guys are new out here, I cover play-by-play basketball action, college games, Also, NBA games here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Later tonight, I've got another good one, part of the doubleheader. Duke versus Pittsburgh right after this one. Tomorrow, we've got a great NBA game in store. We're going Celtics versus Sixers tomorrow. So, yeah, if you guys are new, make sure to spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to get right back into action. 35 seconds left to go. It's going to be Tennessee ball. Able to get past the double team right at half court. Vols now have it. 6-second differential shot clock and game clock. Is South Carolina good? That's one of the biggest question marks right now. I'm not sure myself. They've only played 6 games. They went on like a month-long pause. I thought that they would be like a borderline bubble team this year for South Carolina. Pass inside, shot fake Florida off the defensive rebound. Good for 2 by Omar Payne. Up by 11. Full court shot. Tennessee no good as we go into halftime. Wow. Gators with an intensity tonight here. Looking good. Up by 11 at the half. Man. They are playing out here to prove. And they're trying to prove the world wrong. And trying to get back into at least receiving votes this week with a big upset. And Tennessee here at number 6. And no wonder why. If Alabama's 18 and Tennessee's number 6, where do you go with Tennessee from here? You move them below Alabama. Ouch. Oh boy. And Alabama being severely slept on by the AP. They should have been in the top 25 2 weeks ago, and they should have been well more than 15th this week. They were number 26 last week. I had said a week ago when they won, Alabama beat Kentucky by a bunch in that game a week ago. I had said in that game specifically, Alabama needs to be moved up at least 10 spots in the rankings, which would have put them at number 16. Guess where they landed? They went 2-0 this week. They got put at number 18. That is total disrespect. That is ridiculous. That is disrespect. That is terrible that you have Alabama below West Virginia, who's got more losses than you and has got less wins than you. West Virginia 9-4 at number 14. Alabama 11-3 at number 18. That makes 0 sense. 0 sense right there. Yeah, Tennessee might lose this if they can't find their shooting. It's going to be a long night. Is Oklahoma State still banned from the NCAA tournaments? Right now they're appealing it. So during the appeals process, so actually it's a no right now. So they are appealing the ban. So as long as the appeal is in process, Oklahoma State can still play in the tournament until they finalize the appeal and they ban them for doing wrongdoing, or reverse the appeal and say you didn't do anything, which allows them to play. But right now, since Oklahoma State actually they appealed it for Oklahoma State, so now that means that since it's being appealed, Oklahoma State has the chance and they'll be in the NCAA tournament. So I had that wrong. I didn't know that until a couple weeks ago. I saw an article about that because I was covering, I think, Oklahoma State TCU, and somebody said that Oklahoma State will be in the tournament, and I was like, aren't they banned? Because I thought myself that they were banned because it was announced back in July that they were banned. Arizona took the self-imposed ban for this year, but Oklahoma State, they decided to appeal the ban. So as long as the ban is being appealed, which it is right now, that means that Oklahoma State has the chance to play until that appeal goes, if it goes through or doesn't get granted. So that's the next step. So Oklahoma State's still in the tournament, and they could very well be a bracket buster. Hey, what's good, Bill? Welcome to the stream, bud. He's got Michigan in that one, looking good for that game right now for Michigan to bounce back. Favorites by 10 on the line. He's got Miami too. I like that one as well. Miami taking on Syracuse. Let's see what we got there. Miami. Oh boy. Oh no. Syracuse breaking out 36-22. Wow. Yeah, Miami was looking good. They were really looking good early on. I think they were up like 9-4 to start out. Now they're down by 14 at halftime. But still a lot of time to come back. Pittsburgh he's got as well. I think that could be a very tight game there. Very tight game. I've got Duke winning by 1. And yeah, Miami not good so far. Still a chance to come back. They were looking good early on. Whoa, Butler, holy moly. Oh boy. Wow, Butler's winning 35-17 over DePaul. And Butler, the last time I looked at the line for that one, Butler was the underdog, believe it or not. They were a 1-point underdog against DePaul. DePaul had that one good game against Providence in conference play where they forced double overtime. Ever since, it's just been a struggle. Butler's been doing well lately. They've really been surprising. They could be one of the most improved teams this season because they just haven't been able to score this season. Their offense has been struggling. They were like one of the worst offenses up until last week, until they beat Creighton, and they scored 35 at halftime. Not too bad for Butler at all. And wow, Oregon State leading USC at halftime 31-23. Man, it's crazy these upsets lately. Yeah, Oregon State beat Arizona State. Arizona State doesn't have a backcourt. That's the thing, though. Arizona State's been, but besides Kentucky this season for college basketball, Arizona State's been the second disappointing team in all college basketball this season for Arizona State. And then after that, it's Memphis and Cincinnati, I feel like. But wow, Oregon State leads it at half, 31-23. Missouri looking good up at half, 45-34, up against South Carolina. Michigan rolling 42-25. Hey, Cameron, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, where's this Florida team been all year? They're looking good today. They're taking it to the basket and able to lock up Tennessee and play defense. And just Tennessee once again, same exact thing that I saw against the Alabama game. I'm not impressed with Tennessee. They're taking way too many low percentage shots, deep twos, and those aren't going down. And that's the reason why first half here Tennessee is 29% from the floor. They're 9 for 32 shooting in that first half. Hassan Whiteside, didn't know Hawaii was a part of America behind your fan. But out here, yeah, yep, Hawaii is one of the 50. So Hawaii and Alaska. Yeah, so we call it the lower 48, which does not include Alaska and Hawaii in there. Actually, we got a couple other games right now we're going to take a look at. Oklahoma taking on Kansas State. Oklahoma, good job, Oklahoma. You're doing correct stuff tonight. So that's good for Oklahoma. You don't want to lose to Kansas State. And Oklahoma doing their job. Oklahoma leading 54-38 against K-State. 9 minutes remaining. And in the Big Ten right now, Ohio State leading Purdue 48-41. So those are scoreboard updates of what's going on. Hey, what's good, Raven? Hope all is going well. Right now, just at halftime. After this one, another great matchup down in store. Yep, everybody but Hassan Whiteside. That's too funny. Toledo, one of the top teams in the MAC, up at halftime against Central Michigan, 42-33. There's a rash of games that got postponed. Tomorrow's game got postponed between UMass and St. Louis. St. Louis is still on a COVID pause. They haven't played for about a month. So, St. Louis is ranked. And, yeah, they just haven't played a single game in a month. Villanova, they got their first game coming back tomorrow against Seton Hall. Or, is it tonight here? Let's see. I think it's actually, yeah, it's tonight. So, yeah, big game. We'll update you guys later tonight with that one. Villanova versus Seton Hall. Villanova coming in right off the bat, 9-point favorites against Seton Hall in their first game back. Yeah, imagine somebody drops Giannis in fantasy. Oof. Camarlin prediction here for Michigan, Maryland. He's taking Michigan 83-67. So out of the games tonight here, the upsets that we have, this one at halftime's an upset, Florida by 11. And then a couple other upsets here, Oregon State leading USC by 8. And yeah, those are the two upsets right now. There's a couple blowouts at halftime. Miami getting blown out against Syracuse 36-22. So Syracuse trying to prove themselves now. And they want to stay in the bracket for Syracuse. So I feel like at this point of the season, it's what team really needs to prove themselves the most. Heading into this game, Florida has exactly what they need to do, proving themselves the most here. Hey, what's good, Ant? Welcome back on the stream here, bud. Yeah, Tennessee finally getting exposed in this game. This team just, it reminds me of Virginia from 2018, just all defense, but their defense today hasn't been able to stop the cuts by Florida. And this team came in a top 3 defense. And then just, they just can't, they're taking a lot of low percentage jumpers. Same as, exactly the same thing that I saw against Alabama. They've done once again. And they've only made 9 shots from the floor in that first half. They struggle shooting the ball. They're mainly defense. And they can't rebound. And this is a problem going up against Florida, who was minus 21 on the boards on Saturday against Mississippi State. Florida was minus 21 themselves. And now Tennessee finds themselves minus 11 at halftime on the boards, 26-15 in favor of Florida. Yeah, Cameron puts out, be like this is something that Florida would score with Johnson playing. Be like he is playing. Yeah, if you just like woke up now and just woke up to see this first game of the season and thought that Keontae Johnson was still playing, you'd be like, if you saw the score right now, you'd be like, oh wow, how many points did Keontae Johnson score? That's like say if like the Celtics blew somebody out by like 30 points, you'd be like getting up and like, oh, how many points did Jason Tatum score in that one? If they won the game or so, like 140 to like 105 or something like that, and then he finishes with like, we'll just say Tatum finished with like 16, and like they got ridiculous points off the bench all over the place. Hey, we got a member here, Warren. Appreciate it here for joining the membership, bud. Welcome on to the Behind the Arc Basketball membership, man. Really appreciate it, brother. I'm going to update the member's name thing again, so I have to make my camera a little smaller. So yeah, we still got time right now since it's at halftime. This game moving by really slow. Welcome to the membership, my man. Appreciate it, brother, for being a part here on the membership. He gets a special shout out at these streams. So I just added Warren's name out to the list too. Yeah, it should be a really fun game, and it's excited for me to cover Duke later on. It's been a while since I covered a Duke game. So yeah, Duke's got a lot of proof right now. I totally agree. I'm going to take Duke in a close game there in that one. I actually predicted Florida in this game. And welcome to the stream. Will Tennessee bounce back in the second half? I predicted Florida, so I'm going to take Florida here. I feel like they got a lot to prove that they want to be a part of the bracket. Tennessee at number 6. The only thing that they really need to prove is that they want to prove to the nation that they're a top 5 team, and they have not even been close to doing that in the first half for Tennessee. I feel like they were just put way up high for Tennessee. Tennessee, Creighton, those are a couple of teams I feel like that's just way too high in the rankings right now. Yeah, Tennessee at 6, Creighton at 11. Creighton's been way up there throughout the past couple of weeks. I think Creighton could possibly go 0-2 this week, believe it or not. Creighton taking on Providence. They beat Providence by 2. If Marcus Zagorowski cannot suit up tomorrow, Providence had a full week full week of rest. They better get their point guard, Jared Bynum, back and healthy if they want to win that game, because Providence is playing every single game to the bracket, basically, right now. They got the biggest week out of anybody in college basketball. They got Creighton on Wednesday and Villanova on Saturday. Yeah, Florida looking good this one game. The big question is consistency there. That's the thing, if they can put together consistency throughout the season. Because that's been like the main issue. So we're predicting here Duke 83-76. Vegas taking Duke as well. Yeah, Champagny back. Pitt's trying to get up there and move into the bracket themselves, because that opening night loss hurt them. If Florida pulls off the upset, do I think Florida will be AP Top 25? No, not just yet. They might be receiving votes next week, but Florida State will be in there. So Florida State will be in Top 25. Florida State's turned the corner. I covered them yesterday. They look for real for Florida State. I think the past 3 games, they've shot the ball like 46 for 48 at the free throw line combined for Florida State. Yep, Von's not a member here. He's just got the blue wrench. Yeah, the AP is all over the place. They got Oregon above UCLA. They got Colorado not even in the top 25. Yeah, Colorado beat Oregon. It makes 0 sense. It's all out of whack. Clemson's still in there, and I don't even know if they're going to make the tournament for Clemson. That was a terrible game they had against Virginia. They could possibly miss out if they keep on playing like that. And yeah, Creighton lost in overtime to a 3-7 Butler team, and is over Texas Tech, who beat number 4 Texas. It makes 0 sense. I very well think Creighton could go 0-2 this week. They got Providence on Wednesday and Saturday against UConn. UConn without their leading scorer, though, James Bucknight. And Marcus Zagorowski, I heard, he sat out the last game against Butler. He was injured. Tennessee with the basketball as we get back to action. They drive inside. They missed it off the mark. Rebound Florida. Florida lost control of it. Tennessee gets the steal. Vols move it. Drives the basket. Huge jam in transition. Oh my goodness. What a throwdown right there by Keon Johnson. 9-point game. As we are back into it. Second half here as I change the graphics. So we are into the second half. Welcome out to the members club here as we welcome in Warren out here. Part of the green squad right now. 19:21 left to go. Wow, what a throwdown. To start off the second half by Keon Johnson. If you guys are new out here, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Got a great game right after this going down between Duke and Pitt. Bounce past Florida underneath. Before that, though, a whistle on the fall is Fulkerson, who is holding up Omar Payne in the post as the clock will stop. So we'll try it again. Inbound by Florida. Gators at the left baseline. They hand it over around the perimeter. Trey Mann. Top of the free throw circle. Back outside. Lane will take a 3. He's wide open off the mark. No good. Tipped up. Rebound by Fulkerson. 19 minutes left to go. Tennessee now with the ball. Vescovi passes over at the right elbow. Takes the jumper. Good for 2. Keon Johnson, 4 points right away here in the second half for Tennessee. Bringing the energy. It's a 7-point game now. Florida ball. 18:50 left to go. Gators will now dribble. Trey Mann drives inside. Stop and pop jumper. Missed it. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. Good for 2. Rolled around the rim and in by Trey Mann. Jason the man here. Absolute legend. So glad that Jason told you about the memberships right there, Warren. I give Jason full credit for that. Jason's a channel legend out here. 18:20 left to go. Tennessee now with the ball at the top. Vescovi shot fake. Dribbles free throw circle. Passes back outside. Tennessee will take a 3. Missed it. Fight for the rebound. Florida going to come up with the boards. And now they'll dribble past half court. They'll drive. Appleby. dishes out to the right corner. Florida misses the three, though. Wide open by Locke. Rebound, Tennessee. 18 minutes left to go. Tennessee pass. Oh, what was that? John Fulkerson got behind the defense. What was that by Tennessee? They went for a full court pass, and Fulkerson wasn't even looking at the basketball, and it went out of bounds. What in the world was that by Tennessee? Florida gets the inbound coming back. 17:55 left to go. Wow. Trey Mann. Past the Florida logo. Dribbles towards the right wing. Bumped into. That's going to be a foul picked up. That's going to stop the clock with 17:47 as well. That was on Yves Pons. He contacted Trey Mann as he was dribbling around the perimeter. Yes, Pittsburgh got their top scorer back, so he's also the number 2 rebounder in the nation for all college basketball for Pittsburgh. So the top scorer for Pittsburgh, he's number 2 in the conference in scoring and number 2 in the nation in rebounding, Justin Champagnie. 17:45 left to go. Florida gets the inbound. They dribble. Oh, nice dish underneath. Good for 2. Appleby with an assist. Niles Lane underneath with a bucket with a cut to the basket. Gators by 11. 17:30 left to go. Tennessee ball. Fulkerson moves it over to the right wing. Vescovi passes inside. Underneath. Bounce pass behind his back. Over to Fulkerson. Good for 2. Great assist there by Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson's been a part of every single basket so far in this game here in the second half. 9-point game once again. Gators have it. 17:10 remaining. Trey Mann at the top. Moves it over left wing to Appleby. Appleby dribbles towards the left corner. He'll take a 3 over Fulkerson. No good. Hit the rim short. Rebound back to Tennessee. Volts will have it under 17 left to go. Vescovi at the top of the key. Slides it out left wing. Yves Pons now with the ball. Dribbles. Free throw circle. Back outside. Off the fingertips there. Keon Johnson able to get it back though. Passes right corner. Shot fake. Yves Pons pro hop. Into the key. Gets a little bit of separation. Jumper. No good. Great defensive play there by Florida. As they were able to still clamp up on him. Get the rebound away. Right there. Oh, 3-point shot away at the left wing. Good. Wide open in transition by the Gators by Tyree Appleby. 45-22. 16:20 left to go. Tennessee ball. They move it around the perimeter. Keon Johnson has it. Johnson passes over to Fulkerson, the right baseline. He backs his way. Double team. Back outside to the top. Johnson moves it over left wing. Shot fake. Jordan James drives inside. That will be blocking foul by Florida. Clock will stop with 16:11. Or no, they're actually going to reverse it here. Tennessee, offensive foul. Offensive foul here by Tennessee, so that's going to be their 4th. Appleby takes the charge underneath. Wow, that's a big momentum swing then. So it's actually Tennessee offensive foul. How much do I think Villanova wins by tonight? I'm going to go Villanova by 5 tonight in that one. So yeah, Villanova coming back. It's tough to judge where they are because we haven't seen them play in a month. So they've got Seton Hall tonight. Another team is trying to prove themselves in the bracket. Is Seton Hall. I feel like Seton Hall got hot like around like 2 weeks ago. They were red hot. I haven't seen much Seton Hall as of late though. They haven't played many games as of late. They've got a little bit cold though their past couple of games. They destroyed Xavier though. 45-33. Florida behind the defense leads to an easy layup up and in for 2 right there. Where is the number 3 defense in all college basketball? Where are they in this game? They've given up 47 points and we still got 15:50 left to go. Unbelievable. He just dribbled through the entire defense right there. Gators up by 14. Appleby, wide open 3. Where's the defense by Tennessee on the past couple plays? The pass underneath and then just the drive to the bucket. Good for 2. Just right behind the defense. 0 rotation whatsoever. As it just led to Noah Locke with an easy layup. Florida leads it here by 14. Alright, so we're going to go on a timeout here. Gators looking good. Trying to save their season. Yeah, Mark Ingram got released by Baltimore. I heard that yesterday. Road to 10K indeed, everybody out on the channel. If you guys are new, make sure to spike that thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Right after this game, going to be Duke versus Pittsburgh. Should be a good one tonight for that one as well. Oh my. Do we have Florida here doing so well. And Tennessee is struggling. Keon Johnson, he's been the only one that's been able to turn up the Jets here. The rest of the team, where's the scores for Tennessee? Where are the scores? The last time I covered Alabama, where were they? Were they hiding underneath a shell or something like that? Hiding underneath the rock? Because they were legit not there. This is the second time I've covered Tennessee this season. And I guess I just show up for the wrong game, I guess. I just bring them bad luck, I guess. Because here we go again. John Fulkerson, 10 points. Leading scorer, 4 for 6 from the floor. Jordan James, 1 for 7. Vescovi, 1 for 4. These are the both of these players returning starters from last season in the backcourt. You take Keon Johnson out of the mix. The starting backcourt in this game, the three returners as far as backcourt starters here, Yves Pons, Josiah Jordan James, Vescovi, all three of these players right now are shooting combined 4 for 17 from the floor at this moment between Vescovi, Jordan James, and Pons at this moment here. Man. And they're getting destroyed on the boards too. Florida plus 12 in the rebounds, 30-18. And this is a Florida team, by the way, that was minus 21 in rebounds their last game against Mississippi State. Oh man, they must have had a talk to how to rebound the basketball after the last game, because Florida today is a total difference. This team has shown up. Now the thing is consistency here with Florida. That's the big key. This game, of course, is not over yet, but this is huge here for the Gators. Big game for them. And we can see that this game means a ton. And this was my concern with Tennessee here, is that their non-conference schedule didn't really prepare them for going full out and just beating everybody in the SEC. Tennessee only took on Colorado, that basically right from the bat prepared them, and Colorado had their first game underneath their belt in that one too. So 47-33 the score. Interesting there, Vaughn. Yeah, when you grow up one day, that won't be happening this year, per restrictions in the state of California, which probably doesn't allow 30 gatherings of 30 plus indoors right there. But maybe in your dreams, Vaughn. We get back to action. Free throw is good at the line by Noah Luck. He also got fouled on the layup. So Florida by 15. 15:45 left to go. Tennessee open three. They take it. No good. Hit the rim short. Offensive rebound. They'll get it though, as that's by Victor Bailey. Passes outside. Vescovi shot fake. Over to the left wing to Bailey. Victor Bailey floats it up. It gets stripped of the basketball right there. Goes out of bounds. Turnover Tennessee. Victor Bailey cannot believe it. And he did not, no hustle whatsoever there by Victor Bailey. He just got stripped of the ball. He lost it in the shooting motion. And yeah, the ball was right behind him. Just no hustle. Let it go out of bounds. Didn't even chase it. What was that effort? And he's going to get benched for that. Oh boy, yeah, he just got benched for that. He is out of this game for Victor Bailey. 15:30 left to go. Florida with the basketball. Yeah, they're just getting dominated in the paint too. Florida dribbles, right elbow, jumper. They take it. Off the mark, no good. Tipped up. Offensive rebound by the Gators. They take an open three once again. Got it. Quays Glover from the left wing. Number 15, Osai Osifo, the one to keep it alive for the Gators with the offensive rebounds. Oh my. 18-point Gators lead. 15 minutes left to go. And this is a game where I'm not saying to myself, just like the other games with the upsets, am I surprised? No, I am not surprised today. I am really not. I had called that Florida was going to win this game. I've been losing way too many bets predicting the wrong team. I did not predict that Butler would beat Creighton. And yeah, I call this one. Turnaround jumper, Tennessee. Hit the rim short. They get the offensive rebound. Pass back outside. Jordan Vescovi, no good. Missed it off the mark. Rebound, Florida. 14:45 left to go. Gators ball. They're looking to put it to a 20-plus spot here on the board. At the top here, Trey Mann. Dribbles now. Guarded by Pons. Back outside into the hands of Locke. Passes now inside. Backs his way into the post. Turnaround jumper. Rattled out. No good. Missed it by Jason Jitabo. Rebound back to Tennessee. Vols with the ball. 14 and a half left to go. John Fulkerson. At the right wing. Oh my goodness, what a turnover. Terrible turnover there. Just miscommunicate. Leads to an easy Florida layup. Fulkerson. Vescovi, what are you guys doing around the perimeter? They completely missed the exchange there. That was like a quarterback to running back exchange gone completely wrong off a botch snap. That was terrible. Pass inside the key. Good for 2 by Keon Johnson. Gets fouled as well from behind. Keon Johnson has made every single point. He has been a part of every single bucket on this in the second half so far for Tennessee. Their 5-star recruit. Keon Johnson got the bucket. He's going to go to the free throw line. He has scored right now. He has scored in the second half for Keon Johnson. 6 points and assisted on another bucket. So he's got all of the 8 points responsible for in the second half. 6 with scoring and the 2 for the assist. Free throw, no good. Johnson missed it. 14 minutes left to go. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream. He just went to work with his mom. Just got home right now. Welcome back on here, bud. Florida going to take it past half court. They commit the offensive foul, though. Away from the basketball, Tennessee will have it back. My, oh my. Plus 12 on the boards tonight for Florida. This team got out-rebounded. Minus 21 on Saturday against Mississippi State. Today, total difference here on the board. Man. Anarchy. No. Just college basketball. That's what it is. 13:40 left to go. Tennessee around the perimeter. They'll dribble. Drive inside. Floats it up good for 2 with the left hand. It's good by Vescovi. Florida's still up by a bunch here. 13.5 remaining. Gators have it. Pass inside. Goes out of bounds. Hits the referee as it went out of bounds. Ouch. Oh boy. 13:28 left to go. Quays Glover going to check out of the game here for the Gators now. That pass just bounced right off the referee, right underneath the hoop on the last play off the Florida turnover. Tennessee has it back. Vols will take it past half court. Vescovi moves it over into the hands of Johnson at the right wing. Back outside left wing. Bounce past Fulkerson now at the left baseline. He is guarded by Appleby. Fulkerson, spin move, and that's going to get blocked. He gets it back, though. Fulkerson left baseline, passes inside, cuts to the basket, and Keon Johnson missed there. Rattled out, tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Tennessee. Florida basketball coming up here with 13:04 left to go. Jacob, welcome on the stream here, bud. He's going out for Florida in this one. Florida looking good. Tennessee, really overrated right now. Man. Charles, welcome on the stream here, bud. Really appreciate the man for dropping on by. Thanks so much, brother. Florida dribbles, tries to get to the basket, but they're going to get called for the offensive foul once again. So it's going to go right back over to Tennessee. Oh boy. Man, there's been a couple upsets in the brewing tonight for college basketball. This one a big one, though. Syracuse pounding Miami 59-31. Butler up against DePaul 55-32. There's a lot of blowouts tonight. And Butler was actually the underdog. They were underdog by 1 point on the line. Tennessee pass underneath, missed the slam dunk, but fall from behind as Keon Johnson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Yo, appreciate it, Jacob. You guys are awesome here. Yeah, if you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play of college games here, college hoops, NBA games as well, and Behind the Arc basketball. Right after this one should be another good game. We got Duke versus Pittsburgh. 2 free throws by Keon Johnson. First free throw, no good, missed it. Penn State versus Illinois. That game's going to tip off in a minute from now. Illinois 10-point favorite on the line at home against Penn State. Legend in the making. You guys are the absolute legends, real MVPs out here in these streams. Second free throw, Keon Johnson got it. So 15-point Florida lead. Gators have the basketball. They'll dribble past half court. Oklahoma, by the way. Oklahoma winner today over Kansas State. No surprise there, 76-50. Pass inside. Watch out, Florida. With a big two-handed jam, sending that one down right there for the Gators. That is number 4, Anthony DeRuggi with a two-handed flush. Florida All Gators today. Tennessee right behind the defense, leads to a two-handed flush by Jordan James there. 55-40, trading back-to-back slam dunks. 12 minutes left to go. Gators now with the ball. At the right wing, Noah Locke. Locke guarded by Vescovi. Dribbles right baseline. He is double teamed. Back outside right corner. DeRugi moves it over to the top here. Locke. He dribbles. Pro hot. Floats it up mid-range. Off the mark. Tipped up in the air. And rebound Fulkerson here for Tennessee. Tennessee has it. 11:40 left to go. Jordan James back outside. Top of the key. Fulkerson. Dribbles towards his left. And now they're going to go inside there into the post. Good for two. That's good by Fulkerson. Cameron's been watching for a few weeks, and he puts out appreciative, man. This is way better than ESPN, he thinks. Florida on the roll. They're going to take a timeout, leading by 13 with 11:26 left to go. Gators down to 2 timeouts. 1 month for Warren being on here. That's great that you're able to keep track, man. So we'll go in the timeout currently. So right now in the timeout, also feel free to join the Discord. We got my Twitters up there as well. Also, we got Behind the Arc Basketball merchandise. All 3 of those links I posted are in the video description of below this video, in the description, with the Discord link, the Twitter link, and the Behind the Arc Basketball merchandise link, which we got some pretty cool stuff over there on the merchandise site. Short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, iPhone cases, and pillows. A lot of cool stuff over there. Also, before you sign off tonight, make sure to spike the thumbs up. Hitting that like helps out this video a ton on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. And also, Warren here, as we welcome in Warren to the channel member today. Feel free, if anybody's interested, check out Behind the Arc Basketball channel memberships. As low as $1.99 per month, we have special shout-outs at the end of my live streams to all of my channel members. Right now, we got 4 of them as Warren joined today here. So, give Warren a big thank you there for joining today. Yeah, this is very odd. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I just took a look at that. So yeah, I keep on pressing show. That's odd why it comes up as review. It shouldn't. Yeah, Jacob puts out, you would think that you would be watching a real NBA game right now. You keep up with the games too fast, and it's awesome. Appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome here. Oh man, when I was covering the NBA Finals games, this channel was lit. We got over like 4,000 people at once in the stream. It was crazy. Like it was insane how many people we got. Very tight game in the Big Ten going down right now. 61-59. Number 15 ranked Ohio State leading by 2. And they just hit a 3-point shot. Justin Arns assisted by Kyle Young. So Ohio State by 5. Up against Purdue with 2 minutes left to go, 64-59. Oklahoma winner over Kansas State tonight, 76-50. No surprise there that Oklahoma won by 26 against K-State. Michigan pounding Maryland tonight, 66-43. Missouri looking good up against South Carolina, 70-54. And Oregon State USC tie game at 45. USC in a tight one there with 10 minutes left to go against Oregon State. So that, if USC loses that, USC in quite a bit of winning streak lately. They've won a bunch of games lately, but that would be a rough loss for USC if they do lose at Oregon State. That would hurt their resume. Butler destroying DePaul here, 57-39. Butler they're coming off a victory against Creighton with a record of 4-7. They have completely turned the corner lately for Butler. It seems like Syracuse pounding Miami, 61-40. Miami just beat Louisville without 3 of their best players on Saturday. And then we also got, okay, so yeah, Penn State, Illinois, that game's going to tip off in like a minute. So that game still has yet to tip off. Yeah, Armando enjoys the streams here, man, as well. 11:20 left to go, 55-42. We're going to get right back into action in this one. It's going to be, Florida did have the ball, get deflected, stolen away by Tennessee. Keon Johnson took it up the court, and he just turned it over off the pass around the perimeter. Florida gets a steal back. Gators now with the ball. At the top of the key for Florida with 11 minutes left to go. They pass it over to the right wing into the hands of Trey Mann. Mann dribbles top of the key, back out left wing. DeRugi passes over left corner, dribbles to the left wing, and now spin move, drives inside. That's Niles Lane. He is double teamed with a Tennessee foul picked up with 10:46 left to go in the reach-in. Yeah, it's incredible, man. Behind the Arc fan's been here for 2 years since he joined. Jose's gonna talk with his girlfriend, let her know how he's home already. That's awesome, man. ESPN has a whole lot of ads. Oh boy. So we're gonna go on another timeout. Looks like right now. Yeah, wow, that's insane, Jason. It's been 15 months for him, man. Dude, time just flies right by. Jacob's been subscribed here for 1 year. Really appreciate it, bud. He changed his YouTube name, still watches the live videos all the time. Thanks so much, brother. Really appreciate it for keeping on watching here, especially his Gators here. Always glad to have you on these streams, man. Yep, that's the game on TV. It's on ESPN, Jose. Yep, Ty's been watching since the opening night for college hoops on November 25th. It's always great to have, like, you guys join these streams. It's awesome how we've built up just an incredible community on here. Yep, Vaughn's been on here. I remember I started off the football channel back in August of 2019. The football channel didn't really... I remember Vegas. Yep, Vegas found my stream back in... It was the first ever preseason game. Patriots against the Lions of August 2019. The football channel, that had, like, so much competition on it. And so many people streams football that's why. So it only had like 200 and something subs or so. So I stuck more with basketball, even though I've covered football from time to time as like special live streams now that I've done. I remember that one. That was my first NBA stream, Celtics versus Pacers, right after the March Madness tournament finished off. That was the first ever stream, man. It was when Behind the Arc fan was on it. That was when Ryan found my stream too. So both of you guys as mods, Behind the Arc fan and Ryan Clark both found my stream on that specific game, Celtics versus Pacers, back in 2019, and that was the first ever NBA game, and that was the first ever time that I was like, wow, this channel actually has potential. Like I started out streaming 2 years ago, and I didn't know much about like graphics and stuff like that to start off with. So I started out with no scoreboard or anything. But I just started it off, and I was like, yeah, if I get like a lot of people in, maybe I'll start a scoreboard. So I did when the NBA playoffs started up in 2019, and the channel just completely took off. And it really took off over in the last playoffs in 2020. That was crazy. We went from having... I remember for a long time, my top two streams were Louisville against Kentucky from last year and Duke against UNC. Those were my top two streams until the NBA playoffs. It was an NBA game that I was like, geez. Like, all these people coming in, this is insane. As we welcome in Landon out onto the stream here. Welcome in, bud. Oh, it was the game where Dame Lillard scored 61 in the bubble. That was the game that this channel blew up. It was Blazers versus Nets. I remember it was like a 9 o'clock game. Blazers versus Nets, and that was a ridiculous game. I think the final score was like 134 to 133. It was back and forth throughout the entire game, and Dame Lillard scored 61. We're back into action. 10:30 left to go. Tennessee now with the ball, trailing by 13. They have it inside the key. Vescovi going to move it back outside. Into the game once again, Victor Bailey. He got benched for a pretty bad turnover he had at the early stages second half. Vescovi drives, floats it up, no good. Great defense by Florida, and they come up with a defensive rebounds. Gators now with the ball. They'll pass up ahead of the pack. Reverse hand layup. Missed it, though. Blocked by Tennessee underneath, and it's going to go over to Anosicki. Tennessee going to take it past half court, approaching the halfway point mark remaining. Wow, what a game. Purdue versus Ohio State. 64-64 with 25 seconds left to go. We'll keep you guys posted over there. Plus 12 on the boards for Florida, 36-24. Tennessee drives to the bucket. They get fouled as the clock will stop. 9:52 left to go. Yeah, Vegas remembers typing in Lions versus Patriots preseason on YouTube because antenna TV was not working. Oh, boy. And you found my stream just in time, it looked like. Jeremiah Tillman, a first rounder, do I think. I haven't seen him play this year, so I'm not sure just yet. I hope to cover Missouri sometime though, but it looks like he's looking good so far. But Missouri, let's see here, they are on. There's a couple teams in a row, and they are one of them. Missouri looking good, 72-58 up against South Carolina. 7 minutes left to go. Second free throw good at the line there, Tennessee. So Vescovi, perfect 2 for 2. He also checks out of the game. Yeah, Purdue's a scrappy team. They're looking like they're in contention for the tournament right now. That's huge. So Tillman's dominating. That's big for him, man. 9:45 left to go. Florida ball. Michigan pounding Maryland, by the way, 70-47. Gators turn it over. Tennessee comes up with a steal. Down by 11 with 9.5 left to go. Tennessee slows it down. They're going to set it up around the perimeter. At the top of the key, Jordan James moves it over to Pons here. At the left wing. Dribbles back, top of the key. Hands it off to Fulkerson. Back outside the Pons. East Pons flings it over to Fulkerson. Moves it back outside. Left corner to the left wing. There's a foul, though. That's going to be an offensive foul. Tennessee. Off the pass by John Fulkerson, just goes and just runs over a Florida player right there into the lane, and Florida takes the charge. So this is much needed for Florida. If they can escape with a victory today, look what they can do, putting themselves back on track here in the next 2 games. If they win this, they go 7-4, and they got a great chance to win the next 2 games, taking on the 2 bottom teams in the SEC, Georgia and Vanderbilt. In the next 2 games, at Georgia on Saturday and hosting Vandy next Wednesday. So that's what Florida's got before they take on West Virginia. At West Virginia on Saturday the 30th, which West Virginia's without Oscar Tshiebwe. Watch the highlights of this game and the Arkansas game. You'll see nothing but a bunch of dunks. Free throws here at the line by the Gators. They got fouled. Omar Payne shooting in the bonus now for Florida. 1-1. Payne's got the first one. So Tennessee just picked up their 7th personal. Florida with 5 personal fouls. 56-44. 9 minutes left to go. Purdue step back 3. They lead it with 2.4 seconds left to go. Wow. Purdue has got something to prove tonight. Purdue wants to be in the bracket. That's a huge victory if they do end up winning that. Purdue has looked good. Like, they have come out of nowhere. And I'm just going to take a look here. Oh, wow. They only received 1 vote. 1 vote this week by Purdue in the AP. Toledo received 2 votes. Michigan State received 3 votes. Purdue only received 1 vote. 56-44. 8:50 left to go. Tennessee drives inside, missed the shot, tipped up in the air. Anosicki couldn't get it. Rebound Florida at the corner perimeter. 8.5 left to go. Florida with the basketball at the left wing. Trey Mann dribbles, drives, left baseline with a teardrop. Got it. Good for 2 right there by Trey Mann. 14-point lead. Oh, Florida comes up with a steal at half court. Watch out. Easy layup. Good for 2 by Appleby. 60-44. Tennessee couldn't handle the basketball. Florida at the half court press. Here's the double team. Gets a 3rd straight turnover. Here goes the Gators now. Gonna slow it down this time. 8 minutes left to go. Gators gonna slow it down. 22 on the shot clock. At the left wing, Trey Mann. Out to the left wing. They'll take a 3. Daruji got it. Oh boy. 63-44. Timeout Tennessee. Oh man. Number 6. Can you say they were placed way too high? Bye-bye. Oh boy. Florida had something to prove tonight, and they are doing it right now. They want to be a part of the bracket. Timeout taken on the court here by Tennessee. So yeah, I took a look at the Gators' schedule coming up. They win this game. They're 7-4. They're looking like they're going to be 7-4. And then next 2 games, Georgia and Vanderbilt. You're looking at the end of the month here. Florida right back in it. They will be 9-4 heading into that matchup on the 30th of January against West Virginia. Wow. Free throws, Purdue falls, Ohio State can't get a shot up. So Ohio State going to go to the line, it looks like. Yeah, Toledo might be a bracket buster. They're the top team, I believe, in the MAC this year. I agree, sports expert. Purdue is underrated this year. I totally agree. I didn't think they make the tournament because they lost a lot. They lost Nogel Eastern and Matt Harms both to transfer. And I saw their bench, and it was all freshmen on the bench. That made me really concerned, but it seems like the freshman's been really impactful this season. Yes, I've heard of Mikey Williams before. So a high school basketball player, plays with Bronny James, so LeBron's son out there. What's good, 3D Super? Welcome to stream here, bud. Glad to have you out on the stream once again. My man 3D, he's been on the channel since I covered March Madness of 2019. I remember we spent that whole Saturday there. He was in the chat for March Madness out on my streams here. But always glad to have you on the channel, bud. I think he was like subscriber number, I think like 15 or 20 on the channel. He was here. Yeah, Cameron wondering where's this team been all year for Florida. If they can keep on their consistency, man, they are looking good if they can keep this up. Purdue final, wow, Purdue had something to prove and they won it. Huge W for Purdue, 67-65. Hunter, welcome to the stream here, man. The Discord's in the description below, so take a look at it. If you can't get it up, we'll hit you up with another link. Sometimes for some reason the Discord link will go invalid after a couple weeks or so. It did that last week, but it's in the video description below. I put the Discord link. So yeah, right now on the timeout here, folks. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Right after this one, we're going Pitt versus Duke, so feel free to stop and by for that game as well. Scoreboard update, college basketball tonight, as we'll take a look at it currently. Michigan pounding Maryland 72-54. If you guys did not hear, Purdue winners over Ohio State 67-65. And Dagger 3 at the top of the key with 5 seconds left to go ahead to get the game winner. Purdue's got a tough schedule coming up too. Next game on Friday against Michigan, hosting Minnesota the following Saturday, January 30th. And then the schedule softens up a bit at Maryland on February 2nd versus Northwestern, which is fallen off the cliff on February 6th. Before they take on Minnesota once again. Tough game on the road at Minnesota on February 11th. And then close it up with Michigan State, Nebraska, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Indiana. That's the pending schedule there for Purdue. They also got 2 games against Nebraska. Their first one got postponed. So that should be 2 W's against Nebraska. Very bottom of the Big Ten. As we are back to action, 63-44. We got 7:40 left to go. Florida's got 36 points in the paint. Tennessee only 20. Tennessee now with the basketball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Keon Johnson dribbles, drives inside. Oh, what a denial. Florida with a big block goes out of bounds. It's going to be Gators basketball too. Omar Payne denying Keon Johnson off the drive to the bucket. Yeah, it's just the consistency, man, with Florida. If they can find it, this team could be dangerous. 6th block by the Gators tonight. $7:25 left to go. 8-zip run by the Gators as well. They were red hot right before that timeout. Florida going to slow it down. They take it past half court. Tyree Appleby at the edge of that Florida logo. Dribbles now at the top of the key, guarded by Vescovi, moves over to Locke. Locke jumper free throw circle. He gets fouled. Noah Locke going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. Shooting foul. That's Tennessee's 8th personal second half. So yeah, right after this one's done, it's going to be Duke versus Pittsburgh, so feel free to stop on by for that one. Tomorrow night, NBA game in store. Should be a great one if you guys want to hear me go bonkers. Maybe we'll have an exciting finish. Maybe we'll see another Peyton Pritchard tip in at the buzzer. Probably not, but either way, going to be a good one. Celtics versus Sixers tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then Thursday night, I plan on covering another NBA game. It's going to be Lakers versus Bucks, and then Celtics-Sixers again on Friday. They play each other twice this week, both of them on national TV. So a lot of good games in store. I'll probably reach out on the community tab either tomorrow or Thursday about what extra game I plan on covering on Saturday. I plan on covering probably 3 games on Saturday, as they won 1-for-2 that trip of the line by Florida. Florida going to come up with a steal from Tennessee. Watch out. Easy layup. Good for 2. Points off of turnovers. It's been a major issue for the Vols. Largest lead tonight here for the Gators. Destroying Tennessee. 66-44. 6:45 left to go. Vols have it. Vescovi hands it off at the left wing. Johnson dribbles. Floats it up. That shot no good. There's contact in the fall though. Clock will stop with 6:40. Missouri looking good. Up by 12 here with just over 4 minutes left to go. So Ty focused on another Missouri W right there. For Saturday, right now I plan on covering, it's going to be 2 Big East games to start off the day. It's going to be Creighton versus UConn. That game has been switched over to noon time now. I've yet to see Creighton play this season. And then it's going to be Providence versus Villanova right after that one. Major game for Providence. I'm a Providence fan if you guys didn't know. Drive into the lane. Good for 2 by Florida off of the Tennessee missed shot. 68-44. Oh my goodness, Tennessee did not show up. In this game, I'm not saying to myself, I'm not surprised at all. I predicted Florida. I predicted Florida in this game. Double team. Tennessee moves it back out around the perimeter. Vescovi open 3. They can't make threes either. Missed the shot and ripped away by Florida off the steal from behind by DeRugi. Gonna slow it down. Trey Mann. 5:55 left to go. Bye-bye number 6 ranking. Not even close. Alabama, right corner 3, off the mark. Florida missed it. If Alabama is not ahead of Florida not ahead of Tennessee this week, that's a total joke of a rankings. Why Tennessee was number 6 in the first place and why Alabama beat them and is number 18. That's a joke of the rankings. Does Canada have an NCAA team? No. It's just all of the U.S. So Canada doesn't do NCAA. It's just confined to the U.S. 68-44. Another personal foul picked up on the court. It's going to be Florida's 6th as Tennessee got the bucket underneath. Yeah, so if Alabama is lower than Tennessee this week, that's an absolute joke of a rankings. These AP rankings as elite are a joke. Oregon is higher than UCLA. Colorado's not even in when they beat Oregon. It makes no sense. Insane indeed, Kevin. UF here for Florida, keeping the March Madness alive. Welcome to Stream Dakota. Who will win tomorrow, Celtics or Sixers? I'm going to take the Celtics tomorrow. I'm a Celtics fan, by the way, but I'm going to take the Celtics tomorrow. I think they're going to prove themselves much better than that no-show on Sunday against the Knicks. Yeah, Tennessee also overrated, just like Creighton. I am right, and I think Creighton could very well go 0-2 this week. They get Providence on Wednesday. Oh, boy. Providence, if they want to make the bracket another team, you got to prove it this week. Providence has the chance. They got a week of rest off, and they get the chance to be a part of the bracket if they do win against Creighton. Free throw is good at the line. 5:10 left to go. Florida now with the basketball at the left wing. They just don't have a go-to top scorer in this team for Tennessee. This team is all defense, and they look like that Virginia team from 2018. But today this defense is folded, giving up 68 to Florida, bound for 70-plus right now. Gators have it, and away from the basketball, whistle to fall. 5 minutes left to go. Should the NCAA make a team for Canada because Canada has good colleges up there? It all depends on if Canada wants to join for the NCAA. With all the stuff going on right now would not be a good time with all the stuff going on because the Raptors aren't even playing in Canada. They're out in Florida because they couldn't do international travel for the NBA. Tatum is not back yet for the Celtics, so Tatum is going to miss tomorrow's game. But I heard that Tatum is going to miss tomorrow's game. But Robert Williams III, he is back. So Robert Williams, he tested positive a week and a half ago, and he is back. And Kemba's back as well. 5 minutes left to go, 68-47, inbound Florida. Florida obliterating Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Jumper, free throw circle, good for 2. Got a 70 spot on the board right there for the Gators. Man, this defense getting ripped to shreds tonight. The number 3 defense in college basketball, just by points allowed. 52% shooting by the Gators. Tennessee jumper off the mark, no good. This is the second time I've covered Tennessee, and the second time they have just got blown out of the gate here. They lost the last time I covered them against Alabama. Okay, so Kemba Walker's out. Yeah, he played against the Knicks, and I heard he got like a check shot right there to like the ribs area. So he hasn't recovered that. That's too bad for Kemba. 4:25 left to go. Tennessee backs their way. Jumper, no good. They just can't hit a shot. 32-20, Florida outscoring Tennessee here in the second half. 4:15 left to go. Vols have the offensive rebound. Drives, pro hop, lost control of the basketball to the right corner. They're going to save it. They move it back out around the perimeter. Pump fake Tennessee. 5 in the shot clock. Approaching 4 left to go. They'll take the 3 straight away. No good. They can't hit a 3. Tennessee, 5 for 18 from three-point range tonight. Florida slowing it down. Another 4 minutes left to go. After this game, Duke against Pittsburgh. That should be a good one here, folks, as I'll be on the play-by-play for that game. So another great matchup. Hopefully much closer than this one, though. But if you guys like upsets, this was an upset tonight. That is one thing. Florida was an underdog in the line, too. Florida, no good. Got blocked underneath. It's going to go right back over to Tennessee. Final 3.5 remaining. Vols move it around the perimeter. At the right wing, Keon Johnson. He dribbles, guarded by Payne. Able to get around him. Right baseline. Underneath Johnson. Missed the reverse handle layup. Tapped to the bounce, too. Last touched by Tennessee. So it's going to be a Florida ball. Starting 5 for Pitt tonight. We got Johnson, Horton, Tony, Champagny, and Kalabali in that one. Should be a very great game. And also, I'll keep you guys posted on Seton Hall against Villanova, because that's another matchup that a lot of people are going to be paying attention to tonight. Alright, timeout in the court once again. Somebody called the police because there was a murder. The victim was Tennessee and the killer was the Florida Gators. Sparked by former Florida college football player. Can you guess who? Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, that's too bad. Unfortunate. He had such a good career, and it's too bad. That whole thing went down to my state, by the way. But he played at Florida, so it's really just unfortunate, the whole thing that happens. That he was spotted at the gas station. That gas station that caught him on surveillance camera, that is that gas station. That's where I grew up, like right down the road going to college a couple years ago. That gas station was like a mile down the road from college. And where Aaron Hernandez's house was, his house is around like where that happens. That was around like 25-30 minutes away from where I grew up. Drew Smith shooting 97% from the free throw line. Wow, that's great, man. Penn State, Illinois, tight game, 17-17. Jeremiah Tillman gets another double-double from Missouri. Missouri looking good as they're going to take home the W here. 80-67, final minute up against South Carolina. Michigan going to take home the W as well. 80-58 over Maryland. And there's still 3.5 minutes remaining. USC in a tight game. Oregon State leading USC 58-54. We'll keep you guys posted on that one. Butler up against DePaul 64-50. This game has gone final. Syracuse over Miami. Crusher in the Carrier Dome. 83-57. Syracuse wins it over Miami. Terrible loss for Miami. They've been back and forth dealing with a ton of injuries this season. If you guys didn't hear earlier, the big upset in the top 25 going down earlier today. Purdue 67-65 over Ohio State. Purdue, they are making their way into the tournament, and they are proving it right now. They are proving me wrong. I did not think they'd be a tournament team, but they are proving me wrong too, as they have like a freshman bench for Purdue, and they have played really well. So Duke versus Pitt right after this game. Duke is a 4.5-point favorite on the line. Should be a very good matchup. Roger, welcome to the stream. He's happy about this one. Florida came out. He came to play today. 3:10 remaining. After this game, I'll take a 5-minute break, and then we'll join in progress with Duke versus Pittsburgh. Florida passes out right corner perimeter. Gators now will take it inside. Pro hop. No good. Missed the layup. Tipped around. Defensive rebound by Tennessee. Vols now with the ball. 3 minutes left to go. Oh, injured Florida player at half court here. Clock will stop with 2:52. This looks severe. There's a Gators player down, also a Tennessee player down that's able to get back up to his feet, but the staff attending right now, is that one? Oh gosh, is that Trey Mann? Oh yeah, that's Trey Mann. Oh jeez, they need him. Trey Mann is down for Florida at half court. He collided. Oh man, what a collision there! Right into a Tennessee player. Number 13 for the Vols, a bench player. He just slammed right into him. Oh man, good to see Trey Mann's able to get up. So that's good to see right there. Heavy collision by Trey Mann. And he's going to take a seat right now on the bench. Hopefully he'll be back for the next game. He seems fine now. He must have just got the wind knocked out of him there. That was a hard collision. Tennessee going down how many spots? A bunch. Let's see here. I'm going to see the rankings. I'll bring it up. We got 2:52 remaining. Somebody called an ambulance because Florida is winning this by a bunch. Hey, what's good, Peter? Welcome to the stream here. Gators always finding a way to win enough to keep Mike White. Puts out here, but great win for Florida today. They just gotta put on consistency here for the Gators. That's the thing. Second free throw, Tennessee went 0 for 2 that trip of the line. Rebound, Florida, final 2:45. Oh boy, let's see here. Tennessee's gonna go down a bunch. They're probably gonna be like. They're at number 6. They'll probably move down 12 or 13. Alabama, for certain, Alabama needs to be placed way out in front of them. Alabama takes on LSU tonight. Yeah, I'm going more for Tennessee. They need to move down to like 19-20 for Tennessee. If they lose their next one, then it's going to be more like 20, 23, 24, 25 possibly. 2:31 left to go, 70-47. Gators just destroying them today. Inbound by Florida. After this one, Duke versus Pittsburgh. Tennessee's only hit 17 shots. 9 of those in the first half. That equates for 30% shooting. 17 for 56 from the floor. 3 for 17 from the outside for the Vols. And supposedly number 3 defense, allowing 57 points per game to their opponents, has just allowed another 3. The 6th three-point shot by Florida today, and Tennessee has allowed 73 on the board. 2 minutes left to go. Noah Locke with 14. 4 players in double figures here tonight for Florida. 14 by Locke, the leading scorer. 13 by Appleby. 12 by Mann. 10 by Glover off the bench. 1:50 left to go. Tennessee backs his way. Turnaround jumper off the mark. No good. Tipped up. And actually a foul here in the court. Clock will stop with 1:46. Jose's back with his girlfriend, gonna talk with her mom, and then she's gonna call him back. No problem, bud. You sure Florida's playing Tennessee, or are they playing a high school team? Maybe Tennessee State showed up for this game, or Tennessee Tech, because this does not look like the actual Tennessee at all. Not the one that was advertised. When you look at the numbers, you look at the numbers in general, you see 10-1 for the record, 4-1 in the SEC, and you see them ranked at number 6, up with a grouping there of teams like Iowa, Villanova, Baylor, Gonzaga, up in that type of grouping of teams in Texas. But the thing is, have they played anybody really good? Did they play anybody really good in non-conference to prepare them for this? For conference play like this? No. And they did play Colorado, but they got them opening game right out of the gate. And they didn't really play any good teams in their non-conference play. St. Joseph's has only got one win this season. South Carolina Upstate's on a down season. Tennessee Tech, not. These teams are all mid-majors. Appalachian State, they won against Cincinnati, which only's got 3 wins, I believe, this season for Cincinnati. They're one of the most disappointing teams in college basketball. They beat Cincinnati by 9. They should, by the record, Tennessee, number 6 in the nation, should have beat Cincinnati by 25. 1:30 left to go, 73-47 to score. Florida slowing it down 8 on the shot clock. Definitely does not. They're gonna drop back to around 20, I feel like, and that's gonna be criminal. If the AP puts Alabama lower than Tennessee this week, that is absolutely just a shame. If that happens, Alabama hasn't been getting the respect at all. Number 18 is way too low. They should have been 15 or more. Over West Virginia at 14. They should have definitely been, because West Virginia 9-4, Alabama 11-3. Oof, yeah, that's a big oof. Mississippi Valley State. At least they're playing basketball, unlike Chicago State. Chicago State started out 0-9, and yeah, they just stopped their season. That hurts for the athletes there. As Missouri goes final, Missouri over South Carolina in the SEC, 81-70. 1:07 remaining. Tennessee will go back to the free throw line here with Keon Johnson. Florida outscoring Tennessee 35-20 in the second half, and they just legit cannot hit a free throw. Tennessee looking worse than Rutgers at the free throw line in this game, 10 for 22. They cannot hit free throws, and that's a recipe for disaster for an early tournament exit. I cannot believe that this team was a 2 seed. They would have lost against the 15 in the first round, and if they do end up being a 2 seed, they probably will. They'll probably lose to Bryant in the first round as a 15, honestly. Second free throw, missed it, no good off the mark. Rebound Florida with 1:07 left to go. Yeah, I can see Colgate taking on Tennessee once again and getting redemption for them in the first rounds. I can see it now. Unless Tennessee has a miraculous just improvement throughout the rest of the season here, but this is the second time I've covered this team, and they are just cursed whenever I cover them. I covered them in the loss against Alabama, and once again, they lose this game, so they're just cursed when I cover them, I guess. And I've covered Florida a couple of times now. Florida, the last time I covered them, they got blown out against Kentucky. So Florida's not cursed when I cover them, because the first time they crushed Boston College early this year when they covered them the first time. Second free throw, good by Niles Lane at the line. 75-47, most points allowed this season for the supposedly number 3 defense in college basketball, giving up 57 points per game to opponents. Has given up 75 tonight. That number right there, somebody might have flipped it or something if you just joined now or mistaking. Left corner 3, Tennessee cannot hit a 3 either. 3 for 19 from the perimeter. They get the offensive rebound. Final 40 seconds left to go. Vols turn it over. Florida with a steal. That's been the tail of the tape tonight. 18th turnover by Tennessee. It has led to Florida to steal the basketball 11 times. Gators with an 8-second differential shot clock and game clock to wind this one down. And welcome back Florida into the bracket. They're going to be 7-4. And they got 2 games that are certainly winnable coming up against bottom of the conference teams, Georgia and Vanderbilt, in their next 2 games. Florida went for the exclamation point, missed the 3. Final 8 seconds left to go. Tennessee with the ball here, getting destroyed. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, right baseline dribble. They get fouled. What was the point of that foul? Just let them play. 2.5 left to go. Tennessee will go back to the line, shoot 2. Yeah, and Kentucky beat Florida. Wacky year, definitely, man. Wacky year. It's all about consistency. I am not surprised tonight, Vaughn. I called that Florida would win this game. I just didn't think it would be by this much. But I think I'm going to start calling blowouts. So if you guys are surprised, I'm not surprised. I'm going to take a look at Oregon State in that game. Because I think Oregon State might be upsetting USC. And they have. Oregon State has won against USC. 58-56 the final. This game has gone final. And Tennessee goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 75-49 the final. Oh boy. Talk about bracket busters. That's a rough one for USC. They just lost against Oregon State. So we're going to be back in about 5 minutes from now. Duke against Pittsburgh. Don't change the dial. Going to get to that next stream here in a little bit, everybody, as this game has gone final before we sign off. Going to thank the members here. Jack Jason, the sports expert, new to the channel, Warren here. Big member for the first time today. Really appreciative, bud. Going to sign off on this one. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Duke versus Pittsburgh. Separate stream, everybody. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.